There's currently only one country in Asia that's offering a digital nomad visa. You could say three if you count Dubai and the Republic of Georgia, but those are borderline. Malaysia is actually the only country that has a bona fide digital nomad visa that is marketed as such and intended as such. And in this video, which I actually shot in Malaysia, I share my thoughts on the Digital Nomad Pass, and I apologize in advance for the fact that I didn't have much energy. It was 1 a.m. on the 15th night of Chinese New Year, also known as Chinese Valentine's Day or Chap Gomei, and well, I only recorded it because we were about to leave Malaysia and I wanted to record that while I was there, so I'm silly. What's up, Firewalking fam? Welcome back to the channel where I talk about things that matter to me as a location independent entrepreneur and investor. So there's been a lot of buzz about the digital nomad visa here in Malaysia. It's called the Rantau Nomad Pass. I believe that stands for Digital Economy Region. People have been waiting a long time. People who are interested in Malaysia, interested in Southeast Asia, have been waiting for a while for something like this because there really aren't a ton of options for digital nomads specifically in Asia. So yes, there's been a lot of buzz, really highly anticipated, really a lot of people talking about it. So I don't need to have a video to spread the word. But since I'm here, since I've been talking to people about it, figured I would share my thoughts on this program. Anyway, in this video, I'm mainly going to share my opinions. What is this visa? Who is it for? And what can MDEC improve on as they manage this program moving forward? MDEC is the corporation that oversees this the Rantau Nomad Pass. It's a visa that allows you to stay from 3 to 12 months with potentially an additional 12 months if you renew, and it allows you to bring dependents. What MDEC is trying to do with this program is not only bring digital nomads to the country, but also create the tech ecosystem in Malaysia, which is great vision. And so what MDEC is doing is not only creating this visa, but also creating hubs, creating infrastructure to help support digital nomads, both from abroad and also domestic. It's intended for digital nomads. You know, you've got freelancers, contractors, but also another subset would be remote workers who are working for companies based outside Malaysia. And they're targeting people in anything sort of related to digital technologies, anything related to digital content, AI, cloud stuff, blockchain, and then content creation, even digital marketing. That's very broad, but that is what MDEC in Malaysia is going after. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about all the requirements. If it is of interest to you, I will link to some other sources that share all of that in depth. For people who are looking at the Sarawak MM2H or any of the MM2H programs as a retirement plan, this is probably not going to cut it. It's a up to 2-year stay, and it's certainly, they're being targeted to active workers, and so I don't think there's a lot of crossover for bona fide retirees. But if you're somebody who is sort of straddling that line, not quite retired, wanting to test out Malaysia for an extended period, then it could be for you as you kind of wait around to see what happens with the various MM2H programs. And then obviously digital nomads and expats who want to stay for a couple years. World schooling families, already met many of them who love Malaysia. Something like this would allow a little bit more stability. Alright, so I praised MDEC for their vision in creating this program, but on the flip side, this wasn't really set up fully and they're kind of building the airplane while they're trying to take off. They launched the program in October and claimed to have received over 2,000 applications within those first 2 weeks, but it took almost 3.5 months, I think, for the first application to be approved. So clearly that is one issue. Of course, with documentation, passport issues, etc., yes, there's reasons why there can be delays in the approval process, but still, quite simply, it should be much faster to get to the approval stages for a lot of these applicants who were really ready. They have what they need. They just want to know what exactly MDEC is looking for. So that needs to be a little bit more efficient. They're now stating that it's going to take 6 to 8 weeks to approve applicants. So at least they have, if it is 6 to 8 weeks and they let people know, that's fine. Some other issues regarding taxation. There is no tax exemption. So if you are a digital nomad based in Malaysia, once you hit the threshold for income taxation, even on foreign income, you're gonna have to pay your taxes here in Malaysia. I'm hoping there'll be some kind of exemption, some kind of carve out for certain digital nomads, especially if you're taxed at the source of your income, which is what happens for expats as it is right now. Banking is another issue. It does seem like right now there aren't any banking solutions for the digital nomad pass holders, which is absurd to be honest. On Facebook, there's a Malaysian digital nomad Facebook group that shares a lot of information, first-hand accounts of what they're dealing with to get this application in, get their approvals. One of the first approvals, a fellow named Oliver, he's been really good about sharing what his experience was. He's been very good about addressing his concerns with MDEC. And so I'm just gonna end with some of his comments that he shared, which, paraphrasing here, is that you should submit a lot of documents, like more than is asked for, more than you think is necessary. Just submit everything that you can use to easily show that you meet the criteria, the minimum criteria, and also shows that you are highly desirable for the country. Go above and beyond and make it easy for them to accept you. So to wrap this short video up, I do think that this is a good program. I think that it's going to become very popular. I think it is going to be good for Malaysia in the long run, but obviously they need to figure out how they can make it as seamless as possible for people to come to their country. Having MDEC operating this pass and focusing on infrastructure, hubs for digital nomads, resources for digital nomads, both international and domestic. I think this type of forward thinking is really going to pay dividends in the long run, but yeah, they need to work that out as soon as possible before the strongest, most passionate advocates kind of walk away. As always, I love to hear your thoughts, comment, let me know how it's been for you if you're part of this program. And if you want to know more, I will link to some of the YouTube videos or in some of the in the MDEC website, so you can get more information. 15th day of Chinese New Year celebrations finally coming to an end. So yeah, there was fireworks out that window about 4 or 5 different times tonight.
Yeah, she's like the wind. Half a smile, it's more like a grin. Picking up, moving on a whim. Searching for the right place where her life can begin. Can we just slow down as we plan our escape? Come on and just slow